Hi guys, it's Carol from Cape Cod Cottage Garden. Today is November 17th. It's a beautiful day here. It's 55 degrees right now and I have like approximately 2 hours in my garden for the next 2 weeks. I've got to get my garlic in the ground. So these are soft neck garlic. The difference is, let me open one and show you. Kind of hard to see. But a hard neck garlic has a hard neck, so this part would be really solid and it would go all the way through. So when you took the cloves apart, you would see like a thick stem. I couldn't find any hard neck garlic. I didn't order soon enough and it is sold out everywhere. So today I just went down to my local store and I bought this a while ago, but I haven't had time to get in the ground. I'm gonna plant my garlic today. The best thing you wanna do is try to find garlic with like the biggest bulbs and plant those. These aren't so great. I'm just going to give it a go because it's all I could find. But I just want to point out one more thing, that it is November 17th. And look at my alyssum. Look at my geranium. I have a bunch of stuff still blooming in the garden. So I haven't gone through and done my total fall clean out. I'll give you a little overview of the vegetable garden now before I start planting. That definitely needs some ripping out of stuff. So let me go show you that. Okay guys, here's the garden. If you saw my last video, I'll try to link it. I did do my dahlias, which were here on the left the other day. If you hear a buzzing in the back, someone has a drone above my head. Someone is actually filming me filming, so I don't know. I don't know who it is. I waved to them. What can I do? So here's the garden. So you can see. It's time, guys. I hate to give up on it, but it's time. There's lots of people outside today doing gardening, so you might hear lawnmowers and leaf blowers and all that good stuff, but I have yet to decide where to put my garlic. I'll think about that for a second. But look at my straw flowers. Still going strong. I saw bees on these today. Gorgeous. And also there's some over here. Look how pretty. Straw flowers are amazing. They're going to be an always do in my garden. Even my calendula is flowering nicely. Pretty, right? The other thing I'm going to do today is I am going to harvest my Brussels sprouts. Let me see if I can give you a show you some of them. Can you see them? See them in there? My Brussels sprouts? I'm going to be harvesting those today. So let's get going on planting the garlic. Okay guys, so I decided to put my garlic right in front of where my tomatoes are. I'm going to pull out all these peppers and these marigolds to make some room, prepare the bed, and plant the garden. So I'm going to do that now. I should really call myself the unorganized gardener, not the Cape Cod Cottage gardener. Honestly, because if I just took a few minutes to plan, my life would be so easier. So I started that video showing me ripping out the vegetation 4 times, and 4 times I forgot my tools, then I forgot my gorilla cart. Oh gosh. Okay guys, I got the bed all cleaned out. I got rid of all my tomatoes, you can see. I just want to tell you guys about these tomato clips. I did a video about them, how I strung up my tomatoes, and I'm using these little clips like this. These held up all season, guys. Now, I think I am going to replace them for next season. Like, I won't reuse them because when I was taking some of them off, they did kind of get brittle and crack a little bit. But all season long, these things held my tomatoes up. I don't know why it's not focusing. Sorry. But these things. I do have a video of when I did my tomatoes. I'll try to link it if I remember and show you how I did it. But anyway, so now I'm going to get some compost to lay over all this. I took off all the irrigation system. We had already winterized it a couple of weeks ago, so there's no more water in the lines. I just pulled them all up just so I can have a clear space to work. Now I'm going to get some compost for the top. Okay, it's getting warm, so I had to take my sweatshirt off. The next step to preparing your bed is I'm going to add some compost. I just went to the garden store and I just got this Coast of Maine. I think it says, what's it say? Compost blend, lobster and crab. So I'm going to put a good 2-3 inches on top. If you notice that I was standing in the beds when I was taking my tomatoes down and my grimacing, normally I wouldn't stand in the beds because I don't like to compact the soil, but I have recovering still from a broken rib. It's like 3 weeks now, but it still hurts me when I reach certain ways, so that's why I was standing in my beds, but I wouldn't recommend that because that just compacts the soil. Also, I wouldn't recommend going through and tilling your beds, like completely turning the soil over. There's lots of great things happening under the soil, like all the worms and all the microbes and everything that's making your soil rich. So you don't want to go ahead and disturb all that. As a matter of fact, sometimes I leave a lot of the roots in if they're small, let them break down. So next year they're just feeding the soil basically. So now I'm just going to spread my compost on top and then we'll get to planting. So here I am, you guys, putting the compost on my beds. I'm still not entirely sure what I'm doing as far as how much I'm going to plant, where I'm going to plant it. And you can see many times during this video clip that I stop and pause. I mean, I have it speeded up. I stood there for quite a while trying to figure out where to plant, what to do. And right now I'm just breaking up the soil that's kind of clumpy, so I'm just kind of spreading it out. And like I always do, I'm kind of doing everything on the fly, so I really should plan better. It's going to be one of my goals for next year. We'll see how it works out. Hey guys, I think we're ready to plant. Normally I would mix in some biotone or some other kind of fertilizer, but I don't have any organized. Anyway, so let's get planting. So here's your big bulb of garlic. Now these are actually not huge. I wish I had nice big meaty bulbs, but this is all I could find. So just want to break them apart. I just use my fingernail. So this is the clove. You don't have to take the paper off in order to plant it. You're going to plant it with this part down and the pointy side up. You're going to plant it about 4 to 5 inches deep, 6 inches apart. I'm going to do 6 inches apart, rows 6 inches, but then I'm going to plant in between just so I can get more in there. So let me first take all the cloves apart. You want to pick your biggest cloves. Maybe I can show you why this is called soft neck. And actually, hard neck grows better in my area. But like I said before, I couldn't find any. If all the paper falls off your clove, it's fine. Don't worry about it. These are hard to come apart. Oop. Trying to see if I can show you the center. Everything I do hurts my rib. See, I won't use this one. I'll use it in the kitchen. So I'll save that. It's too small. So if this was hardneck garlic, when you opened up the center, instead of having all these little cloves like that in the middle, there'd be an actual stem that comes up the middle, like a thick stem. That's hardneck. I wish I had that. These are tiny cloves, guys. I'm not too impressed. So let me go ahead and separate all the ones I want to use because a lot of them are small. So I might have end up planting less than I planned. But let me go ahead and separate them because you don't need to watch me do that. Okay guys, I got most of my garlic separated. I have to say I'm really disappointed in the size of the bulbs. They're just really small. Let me show you an example. Like what you want is a bulb like this, about that size, nice and meaty. And most of mine, if not all, are more like this so you can see the difference. I'm going to plant them anyway because that's all I have, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes. A lot of like gardening is, you know, purely trial and error, and you have to work with what you have and hope for the best. The other thing, obviously, if you find something like this, a rotted bulb, a rotted clove of garlic, you're not going to obviously plant that. So I'm just going to chuck that in my compost bin. I don't know if I reached it. So you want to plant them. Let me turn my camera down so you can see what I'm doing. Okay. So I'm just using my digging blade. And I measured, this is about 6 inches. So I'm just going to use that and place the garlic every 6 inches like that. Where's that big one I had? Oh gosh, did I lose the big one? No. I'm just going to go ahead and just place them on top of the soil first. Every 6 inches. I'll go ahead and do that and come back. Okay, so if you can see, I have them all about 6 inches apart this way and 6 inches apart that way. And then I'm just going to place a couple more in between, like interplant. Because these cloves are pretty small, so I think I can get away with it. And this soil is pretty workable, so I think I can just kind of push these down into the soil. I don't even think I have to dig. Let me get a couple more. I'm so disappointed with the size of these guys. I mean, I won't waste these. I'll use them in cooking, but I mean, they're fine for cooking, but not so great for growing. Okay, so now let's plant them down. Oh, here's one I missed. Oh well. Actually, I'm going to use my spade. Easy as that, guys. Oh, it would be nice if I was in the frame. Hold on. I'm going to get in the frame. Am I in the frame yet? One more. Oh, goodness. Frame? Oh my gosh, not yet. I'll do some over here. Oh, here we go. In the frame. Let's do in the frame. I'm just going to dig down about 4 to 6 inches or so. Like I said before, make sure you're putting them the root side down. These are not like tulips. They won't right themselves if you don't do it the right way yet. These are a little close together, but these are tiny cloves. Okay, I'm going to finish doing this off camera, and then I'll show you what I'm going to do next. First things first, can't see my head, don't forget to put your drip back in. So I'm just going to go ahead and do that. Run my drip, which is as easy as this. We did winterize this. Mr. Hubby did it for me a few weeks ago, a couple of weeks ago. Although we've only had one hard frost. It hit 29 last week, or I don't know if it was this week or last week, for just a couple of hours right before dawn. So we really never had like a really hard frost. And if you've been paying attention, which I'm sure you garden people have, the USDA just changed their growing zones. And I've been saying forever, Cape Cod Cottage Garden, Zone 7A. I believe that changed. I believe I am now Zone 7B. I have to check into that more carefully. I didn't do that yet. I've been really busy lately, guys. But all it essentially means, it's a 5-degree difference. So I think, don't quote me if I'm wrong, but Zone 7A was like the lowest it gets is 5 degrees or something like that, which is like just a general, all this is a very generalized rule. And if you hop up to Zone B, which is a little warmer, it goes up to 10 degrees. So I think that's where I'm at, but I'll double check that for you guys. Let's see. I didn't pull out my nasturtiums because they still look pretty. Okay, so that's about done. And then I got this tip from my friend Rick from Welcome to My Cape Cod Life. He has a YouTube channel. It's really cute. He's got chickens and a nice garden. Check it out if you're so inclined. But he told me this very simple way to remember about your garlic. I am not in the frame, guys. Plant on Halloween, mulch on Thanksgiving, harvest on the 4th of July. Isn't that easy? So, since I'm so late and it's a few days before Thanksgiving, I'm just going to go ahead and do the next step, which is mulch. So I'm just going to use some leaves that I collected from my yard. I have plenty of them, so just going to go like that. Spread them over this whole garden bed, just like that. And now we're done, folks. So that wraps up my video about planting garlic. Thank you so much for joining. I really, truly appreciate all the support I've been getting, especially lately. I've been getting great comments and lots of support. And my channel's growing a little bit, which is really nice because this is a lot of work to do these videos. Like I probably could have got this done in an hour, and I've been doing it, it's probably 3 hours now at least because I was filming. So there is that. I wish I could film everything I do in the garden, but I have sometimes, I'm very limited time, so I just have to get work done. Like I'm just gonna go pick my Brussels sprouts now. I don't know if I'll film it or not. But anyways, see you on the 4th when we can harvest this garden. I'm hoping for good things. Have a good day. Bye. I'm laughing at myself, guys, because I really, really, really should do a blooper reel. I'm so bad at this. But anyways, that's going to wrap up my little video on planting garlic. See what I mean? So bad. And now the wind's coming. This is like take 14 just to wrap up this video. But anyways, so that's about it on planting my garlic. It's pretty simple, really. Let's see how it works out. Hopefully by July 4th, we'll have some really nice garlic to harvest. Oh my God, what is wrong with me? Okay guys, that about wraps up my filming of planting garlic. It was really actually pretty simple. I'm looking forward to July 4th when I can harvest this garlic, and let's cross our fingers that it does okay despite the tiny cloves that we had. And I just want to take a moment to thank everybody for watching, and if you've come this far, I really, really appreciate the support. I've been getting a lot of support lately with comments and just like a lot of new subscribers. And if you're new here, thank you so much. I am a novice gardener, and I'm an even worse videographer and editor. So there is that. So I do appreciate you sticking with me. It's been a lot of learning process this first year of gardening, like on this scale. And so the support really means the world to me. So thank you. And it took me like 17 tries to film this closing. So I'm running out of time. I have an appointment. So I don't know if I'm going to film picking my Brussels sprouts or not. So this is a problem I always run into. Not enough time. Anyways. Thank you so much. Truly appreciate you. Have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.